Hello and welcome to... We're on GoPanda this time. GoPanda! We got 10k plus versus 10 or 11k plus, not 10k. I am white, so let's do this. So this is the day after I started doing those shadow stones thingies. I was up till way past 2 in the morning. It was actually a lot of fun and interesting to do. So this is looking to build here. So by taking this is reducing his ability to do that. Because this Shamari wants to expand this way. And if I take this, then his secondary direction is here. I could also do this first to see what he wants. Most likely he'll want the corner. Or do I just take this? This, you can still get this 3-space extension. Which is kind of an approach against that for the Rush invasion. Unless I do... Ooh, I almost clicked. Unless I do this. And then if he approaches, I can jump up and then he can make a box. But I definitely want to go on over here somewhere. This, he still gets this. So I kind of want to go all the way, I think. Yeah, so during the editing, I found 3 places where I can save a lot of the time. Where the first time I was doing everything manually. For instance, I was selecting only the stones and only overlaying those. I could do some sort of pincer to work with this, because this is sort of... It's not really an enclosure, but it is facing this way. By letting him do that, it's kind of limiting the sort of potential here. I can still get this... hold on, if he does this, he gets this. I can get this extension, theoretically. But it's weird spacing from that, and I might not want to go that far. If I do this and he invades... Then I have a wall facing this already, which is good. So I think I'll just back off here. Anyways, things like, as I was mentioning, I was doing each individual stone in the right spot and overlaying that. What I ended up doing was just doing a copy of the whole board and overlaying that with the transparency on it. So you'll notice that the mouse is slightly discolored or... So yeah, like I said, I can do this, and then later I can get a 1-space extension here. I don't want to go the full way, because then he'll do this. However, that is kind of, this made that side really uninteresting. Now, he's kind of wanting to do this. So if I do the same thing for him, then it's like having a cross game, almost. He, of course, can get some sort of extension over here. I want to do this, I think. And depending on what he does, then I'll decide over there. So let's do that. See, I just overlaid the whole board. Also, with each individual screenshot, I was reducing the transparency by half, whereas I found a way to do the entire track, so that I'd save that amount of editing. I think I'll make a video on how I did that, in case any of you guys are looking to make your own sort of Go videos and want to do or copy that sort of idea. At least it'll give you what I'm doing. Not saying that it's not the best way to do it. You could probably find a better way to improve upon what I'm doing. So this is really odd spacing from this, because this does not protect the corner at all. I could come in here and take it immediately, but I think I would want to do this instead. Or actually, I'm going to want to split, I think. Because if he pushes from this way, I can get... Yeah, I'm going to split. So now this corner Shamari didn't really get either one of the extensions he wanted. He can get this one potentially now, and then I can go here. But this space is going to be relatively fine. He is going to push me this way, which is fine. And he's defending the corner. Okay. So now we're to some more extension type stuff. If I go all this way, it's putting a lot of pressure on him. There is still this invasion. Would now be a good time to do this? I'm just thinking about what he would respond with. I've already got that stone there. If he ends up saying he wants the outside for some reason, I'll just take the corner, I think, at that point. There is still some invasions in here for me. I can now get this, which puts pressure on his group. But I'm not too worried about it, because I still have this extension. So I have this 2-space. I have this 2-space, but I'm gonna do... Alright, let's do this. See what he does. I'm expecting him to take the corner, just because. But if he does try to clamp me down here, then I will cut and make a sabaki shape here, because I've already got this, and then he'll be effectively sealed in. Alright, so he wants me to go out. I can do this sort of thing. I can even do this sort of thing, and if he does cut, it reverts, actually, to that sabaki shape that I was talking about. Which, actually, it's going to look like this, and that's actually a little too close to that now. So maybe I do want to just go here. If he does this, I can go here and just crawl. I'm not really liking that, to be honest. Alright, so he wants this. This means that he'll respawn there. And if he does, great. That means I can then take this sort of extension. Without that, that means I can do this no problem. So this means I can pull this out because now I have support. At least that's my read. So now he's thinking, should I deal with this now and just Atari it? Or Tanuki and take like this extension? This is probably the biggest extension left on the board. He is invading my corner. We'll just do the standard one for this. That I don't think is correct, but I'm going to let it go. So if he does this, I actually have the option to just cut here. And yeah, okay. So he should have done this first, but because when he Hanys here, I have the option to cut here. He can cut here. I can capture. He can capture, but it's kind of happening what I want to do here since I've already got the extensions. So if he does this, I will just Hana here, like this. So his move is to cut here to force this, and then do some sort of fixing stuff, and I'll fix my shape. And he lives in the corner, just nice and simple. He's probably thinking, oh no, I can't defend both. After he cuts here, I can cut on either one, right? True, and if he extends this out, then I'll have to fight it, which is why you do this first, then do this, fix, which is invoking me to do this. I can also cut here. If he cuts this and extends, then this running fight is going to happen. There's this cut, extend, and then I have to give that up. So I will let it revert because I want it to. Because again, I've already got this extension stuff. I can now do capping moves and leaning on this to try and build this whole top side. I was going to say all I have to do is this. I'm not sure if this is correct. Because if I do this, it is allowing me to fix my shape without getting that. And my shape is a lot better now without that stone there. Just connecting solidly, I suppose. And then go tight. Can I deal with this? I can get this extension here, and he has to do this. So that helps with this stuff, so I don't necessarily need to do that. Because the problem is if I defend from this way, then he's going to jump here and attack this stuff. But I think to reduce Aji, I'm just going to do... Oh, I can't do that, though. I don't think I'm far enough ahead. Because he's now got these three corners. This is fairly large. I am going to do this, though. This puts a lot of pressure on this. Two things he can do is either jump out or just take this. If he takes this, I can do this. With this group here, I have this 2-space extension over here, so I'm not too worried about it yet. If he does do one of these, then I will turn here, which is threatening to throw in somewhere in here, and actually cut through and eat some of that. That's one way to do it. If I do this, he can Hane, of course. Then it makes my shape even better. I can also just do this and do that, which I'll be really happy with. Or I can throw in here, because this ladder here lets me have this, and it gives him a Panuki, but then I can, where is that ladder? It breaks right here. So if I cut here, blop, 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 he then does a ladder, I do this, he captures the ladder, and then I can just build a topside. Yeah, I like that. I'm trying to get all the extensions I can in Sente. Like this one was Sente, so he responded. Jumping here probably would have been better for him, or just pushing this way. And so he's going to see, oh, the ladder doesn't work. Okay. He's pushing that way. If he cuts here, Atari up, connect, turn, Atari. I want him to do that, though. I want him to take the ladder. It's going to be an extra stone, but it reverts, essentially. Blop, 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 blop. You can get this Atari in, of course, and then that's all fine, but this is not cutting that out. So I still want the ladder. I want you to do this ladder thing so I can get this extension. Yeah, okay. All right. I get the hint. I'm running out of time. So I'll look at that and review for myself. So I think there is some potential for me to do some stuff here. So I can actually do this, because poking through doesn't do anything. You can poke on the other side, but since I have this stone, it actually protects that cutting point. And I'm just looking to develop the whole top side. So you're gonna Atari that. Okay. This the more stones I get here, the easier this cut's gonna be as well for me. Just let me have the ladder. That's all I want. Just let me do it. That's like the last spot of contention on this board here. There we go. So this is my ladder breaker. Just capture. Or I guess you can play another move like this. Easiest thing is just to capture though. But now I can get things like this later if I want. I'll shoulder hit, that's fine. Because yeah, like I said, I can also do things like this too to harass that. And then this stone is kind of in between. And then I might be able to harass the stone. It is kind of far. I think he would have been better off just to this. Does he want to cut the ladder? The ladder doesn't quite work, but I can actually solidify that if he wants to do that. I'm hoping he just turns here. If he turns here, that would be great. If he cuts, I will do the ladder once and actually do this sort of thing to solidify that even more. That's what he's going to do. Okay. So again, the point is to get a nice solid wall here, and then after a couple moves, I can actually get most of that. I learned this in a textbook. The ladder does not work, which is what he's reading out, okay? The ladder doesn't work. I'm not doing it because it works. I'm actually doing it because it doesn't work. And so he's thinking, what the hell is he doing? Well, I'm building a wall to my other stuff and making this a very formidable type territory. Now this is starting to threaten this stuff, so if I can do something like this. It's threatening this, but so he's coming back to kill that stone. Great. Slide here, poke there, go up, and I'm fine. He can Hani here. I can actually cut this and Atari. So let's make sure that this group is nice and fine. If he goes on top, I'll go again. So I'm going to be eyeballing this because this stone is too far from that. You are going to do that. So if you go here, then I do this. You can Hani on top and build that stuff, but I'm going to push into your corner then. You are going to block that way. Okay, then I will... Now I have to block this way. Call moves. Nothing too fancy, nothing too wild and dangerous. And then now that this stuff is secure, now I can push up and try to reduce this stuff. Probably you're turning. Okay. Cutting, like I said, doesn't work. You're now cutting there. Okay. This just ladders into the edge, right? Like I said, he can get this clamp, but he could have done that anyways. He didn't have to sacrifice a stone. Because I'd have to turn here. I can't go here, otherwise he'd cut there then. So this was a wasted stone if he was planning to do this Atari and force me to connect. So we're in endgame now, is that what you're saying? Like, this is threatening to grab this stuff and kill that. So this is more important, I think. You'd cut here. I'd Atari. You'd capture, I'd Atari, and then reduce that even more. So this is actually a pretty big move. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, he's not going to cut. I'll defend a few points here. That also makes anything in here really hard to do. Not sure what that was for. I mean, you can get this turn, force me to do that. That's again, really, really far. If I do this, you can poke up and through here. And then there's all sorts of cutting problems, but how do I deal with that? There's no real points in here, so I don't really want to do that. What should I do? This is fairly big. This is also fairly big. It's just kind of conceding that stuff, though. What does this do? What does he do? He tries cutting it off, and then I try to live here. Blup, blup, blup. I'm assuming he's going to do something like this, unless he just diagonals, in which case I'll be happy about that. If he does this, I can poke here. If he cuts, or actually I can do this, and then cut here. And then wedge here and Atari. Wedge here, he hanes, I still cut. He'd have to go up. I could do this, he could keep going. And then I just connect. This looks like something interesting. I'm going to try that. It's actually slightly within the sector line if you count this as the sector line, but... in other words, I should have played something like this if I was playing on the sector line, but... Let's see what he does. If he just backs off, I'll be really happy about that, because then that's just a flat reduction. Nope, he's going to do that. Alright, so what did I say? This? Just trying to get a little bit in here. Next I'm going to try just attaching to this and see what happens. Okay. So again, this is threatening to do this sort of stuff. If you just connect solidly, can I do this? Turn, go here, go again. You're going to do that. So that means I can get this. I don't think that's going to help at all, though. This to that, and then this. Cut. Extend. I do a similar thing. I think what I gotta do is this. If he goes up, I think I will go up with him. Run him into that stone. At some point he can come back and do... Oh. And then I'm getting this stuff as well. Are we sure about that? What about this? What does this do? This, he'd have to block here, and then I can do this. Unless he goes there, and then I just Atari it directly. If he goes here, then I can just Atari, dead. I think this is the move I gotta do. This is called the slapping tesuji. You break up the bamboo joint with this move. I think better move for him would have been to extend this one, make the empty triangle. In this situation, that is the best move, because if you do this one where I did instead, then you can put in here Atari, and then it's just dead. So in this situation, I think he needs to go up again, and then cut here and try to kill mine, even though I'll do a similar thing. Again, that's what I'm thinking is the correct move. I don't know if it is the correct move. Although, if he had cut there, then, and this is something I got to figure out for the shadowing stuff. Moves later, I'm talking about stuff in the past. How do I deal with that? Maybe I'll cut out the board and put something else. I don't know. I'll figure it out on this one. But if he does cut here, there is this Atari thing I can do. In which case he can start a ko. But the point isn't really to get a ko. The point is to do this so that when I come out, I've already got this part, Liberty covered thing. So he's just going to cut, which means I can do this and just kill it. Or I can also do this. Which one's better? He's going to get this move. I could play here. No, I gotta take Liberty off. If I do this, he connects, I do this. He does this, and then it's just dead. So I'm going to do this. Like I said, he's going to be able to get this move just fine. But now I'm kind of... I broke my way in here, which is kind of cool. So, Applied a slapping tesuji. I haven't seen one of those in a while. No. No. No, this is just ladder straight into that. If you extend, it's just a tar and you're dead. Alright, what else can we do here? Like I said, he should be taking this move. And when he... Oh, he's not. So I'll do this. He's going to get this move, and then I capture. And now I capture. But now there's this sort of cutting point here that I can potentially use later. There's still this Atari, which I can use, and then get a Hani on this sort of thing. Which, okay, I was going to say, which might actually do something with that. There is this cut, which doesn't do anything. He didn't go for this. I'm surprised. Now I can just turn here, so it doesn't do a whole lot for him. Is there anything I can do with these cutting points? Cut, extend, go here. There's this move. I can Atari it up, and then... Atari it up, and then extend. With this sort of move, that would help with that, right? Cut, go here, cut, and then it's just a ladder straight into that. So this actually helps with that. I'm going to do that. This move is setting up this cut so that I can extend here. If he extends here, I can do this, and then it's just a rate, or it's just a loose ladder. Or not even, well, we'll see. Ooh, interesting. So Atari, go here. If he tries haunting, it's just ladder. Ladder goes like this, dead. 5, he extends, I go here. He'd have to go up, I'd have to go up. Cut, just dies, so if he goes again, then I could connect, and then I'm inside again, and I can go to either side. So... better thing for him to probably do is just give the stone up and let me in some more, but no, that's not what he's gonna do. You can't Hani here. Does that work? Blop. Blop. And then he has to get out again. If he cuts, then it just goes back to ladder. This also gives me that move, which is cool. Which makes my shape better. Do you cut? No, you can't cut. See, if I do this... What if I do this? Still can't cut then. Cut here, and these are still on the run. I can then do this sort of move, because if you cut, it's Atari, right? Yeah, so I can actually do this to protect that cut. So I want to do this to get this sort of response from him. Cut, Atari, I extend up. Actually, I can do this cut, capture, go here, and then play here to fix this cut, and then I'm just destroying everything. He's on the run here. He's connected. He's not really connected yet, is he? But then I'd use this. What if he just extends here? Then I do this. And then he cuts. Atari. It's still just ladder. Okay. I think I want to do that. Y'all with me so far? Plus I can... well, actually I can't. Because if I poke through here, he's just there. That was a misread on his part. Because now I can do this. Whoops. He just said whoops in chat. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about that though. So anyways, I can get that sort of Atari and then poke here. Or I can just do this directly. He just said, I hate this game sometimes. Good sport, though. Good sport. Okay. What else can we do here? Now that I'm inside, I can now jump in here and just trying to reduce his points down as much as I can. This is my major points up here, of course. He can do the slapping tesuji to me if he wants. Oh, he's gonna let me go through, huh? So if he wedges, I can Atari, fix, go here. So I'm actually gonna poke down. Wedge, Atari, connect, go here. Oh, yeah, this is good for me. I can even do this to get that and kill that stuff too. I'll just do this. This is threatening to Atari. Now this is threatening to kill all that stuff. So if he saves it, there's this Atari, and then I connect, and these two are on the run. Looks like he's going to give them up. If I wedge here, there's this Atari, and then he has to connect, and then I can cut Atari over. That's to fix, and then I can, yeah, so this wedge is actually really good for me too. Because now with this, I can also get something like this going. If he hanes, I can Atari, and kill this thing. He has to actually back off here. This is kind of small right now, but it is, 4 or 5 points. We are almost to endgame right now anyways, so this is like 4 or 5, if he connects there. I can actually get these couple of moves in Sentai, because this is that, and I can poke here and get this. So I'm going to go for this Sentai play here first. He's going to get this Panuki, of course, but I think it's a good time. He can't Hane here. If he Hanes here, I cut, and then it's a Ko. Let's do this. But it's 2 whole stones! Yes, I'm aware. So I'm going to poke at this. So he should connect, and then I'll poke at this to save that stone. And then we'll go to endgame, it looks like. This is a pretty big endgame move. This, of course, is that. I can do this, which means he'll back off. I'll back off. That's Gote, though. I'm not sure this is alive. Play here, do this. Play on top. I play here. No, I play here. If he captures. Not sure about that corner. I'll have to think about it. For now, I will just start taking some endgame plays. There's still this ladder thing, too, that I could get a stone in here and potentially cut off the rest of it. With enough stones in the area, I think I might go for this. Just to see what happens. There's this clamp here for him, too. I just saw that. Not sure what that's doing. He's gonna let me get this clamp, though. If he ever turns here, I actually have to give it up, so maybe not. Let's not do that for now. I kind of want to defend this clamp thing here. This of course, is aiming to do something like that. If he clamps there now, I'll just do this. This defends my territory. It also helps with this move. This move is still pretty dangerous. Well, yeah, it's not interesting. I'll just concede a point. It's not a big deal. Is he going to cut? If he cuts, I Atari up, and then you have to live in here, which I don't think you can do. I think you should just pull back, and then I fix. Actually, it doesn't even matter if I fix, does it? Alright, so I will just do that. If you Hane here, I Hane back, cut. You're gonna cut now. If I Atari you go here, I do this, you turn. I do this. What if I just do this? Do you extend? Try to live? I think I'm just gonna do this. Alright, so you're blocking me, which makes this move not so interesting anymore. However, I can still get this and that. I also have this jump. Is this gonna be a problem later? I don't think so. So let's do this. I might not actually end up saving the stone. This actually works the same way, really. Because with this, I can actually cut through here. But if I want to go after those 2 stones, I really should just cut here. So I'm gonna leave that alone for now. I'm still looking at this, of course. This is worth quite a few. Just trying to get as many Sentai plays as I can, I think. That's actually a Gote play. Is it time for this? This will help with that, right? Yes, let's do that. Looks really dumb, right? Empty triangle. What you doing? But with this, now I can actually wedge in here and capture these 2 stones. Alright, so making a bamboo joint. I can actually poke through here. There's got to be something here. I don't know. Let's look at this. Nice little bonus for me. Do I want to respond to that, or do I want to do this one? If he ends up going there, he can connect underneath, it looks like. Is this cutting problem becoming a thing? I think I'm going to ignore that, actually. Let's expand our territory some more. And actually with this, he can link up underneath. This is helping with this move next. So you're keeping me low. I will maintain connection. You're peeping at that, which I don't... Yeah, I guess I'll respond. Still want to get at this. How do I do it? Yeah, you are going to wedge. I thought so. I can't Atari down. You know what? Actually, I can. If I Atari down and connect, if he turns this way, I block. He can't cut because that's just going to die. If he turns the other way, I can just turn with him. So I don't think that wedge was a good move. Because I can do this. Yep, that's the way to do it. So what he's going to do is connect underneath. So after he does that, I will Atari down, Atari connect, cut, Atari capture, cut. I can collapse the shape quite a bit, but is there anything else I can do? So it looks like that might not have been that bad of a move, at least not yet. I can, however, come and Atari this now and capture that in that mini ladder thing. I can also come back and do that. So, by doing this, what does he do? I think this is the move I need to do. Just this clump of stones. Hey. Alright, so that means now I do this, I do this, I do this, I do Atari, and you're just dead, right? Or you have to give these stones up. Oh, you're gonna go with it. Alright. This is a big mistake, because... Do you see it yet? This is a very big mistake. You should stop this. Stop this. This is... Okay, good. Big mistake. Don't continue this. Let's do this first while I think about it. If he blocks this way, now I can do that. It's still a knight's move, unfortunately, but... Alright, I'm just gonna back off, so that means I now save that and this. I'm really tempted. I really want to do this right now. Just like I'm not sure about that top corner. I have a sneaking suspicion this is incorrect. I just can't think of how. I'm having trouble visualizing this. Oh, this is such a headache for both of us, but I feel like there's something here. Oh, it feels like there's something here though. With this move, then I can... Okay. I'm just trying to reduce this down to as much as I can at this point. This is his aside from this corner, this is his next major source of points. This is a really fun game, really exciting game. Again, there was this mistake here with this stuff where I should have been on the run a little bit more. So this shouldn't have happened, but just like this shouldn't have gone as long as it did, but I don't think you could read that far ahead. So this is looking to do multiple things. It's looking to connect to this to reduce all these points. It's looking to cut through this. That is what he's going to do. This is poking at both of those. Poke looks fun. It separates the two and has some potential for some stuff in here later. I think I'm going to poke. Feels like there's something there. This is definitely a big Aji point. I think it might have been too late to really do anything with it, but... Okay, so I will cut here and do this sort of thing. If he ever Ataris, then it's just... Okay. If he pokes through here, I connect, and it's just a bamboo joint again. I should probably come up here and do this sort of thing too. Although there really isn't going to be any points up here regardless. So even if I'd have to do something like this to really retain one or two of the points. If I extend here, there's this Atari. I'm going to descend. I'm wondering if this cut is going to become a problem now. Alright, so we are going to do that. I'm not going to respond to the next Atari though. Although he should probably respond, otherwise I'm going to get that stone for free. He probably realizes that I'm not going to respond to it. It's too small right now. Especially with this now. I now have this stone in place, which means I should be able to kill this, right? Capture, no. How do I kill this thing? I know I can. Do this, You're killing that stone? While I think about it. God, there's gotta be a way for me to kill this. I'm almost sure of it. If I play this move, what happens? He plays this move. I play Hane, he blocks. I play up, he plays here. I play Atari. No, come on. I'll just play that. I'm not worried about eye shape, really. Play here. What about this one? He plays the other one. I play Hane, he Ataris. I extend. If he plays there, it's just dead. If he sits on it, I extend this way. He Ataris. I will just let him get those points while I figure out what to do with this thing up there. That's 1 point, and then he'll be able to connect, so I will do that. There's still these 3 points here, which is worth quite a bit. And then play... Okay, he did end up saving those two. Okay. This is Sente for me. So I'll just do that now. Get him to respond. If I capture this, there's this Atari, there's this cut. I feel like this is the move. I really do. I'm gonna spend like 5 or 10 minutes in the end game or the after stuff looking at it. Here, he sits on it, I extend, he Ataris, I cut, right? I think this is the move. Is he looking to execute this cut? I'll just Atari. Because there's this cut. There's this cut. The question is, what do you do after that? If you play here, I just back up. And then if he descends or something, then I need to take a liberty off of this thing. So you might make it so that it'd be self-Atari for me to take this point. And then this could end up living. What does that do? If I just do this and he cuts, I just capture, right? I think that's the move. If he cuts here, then I play this and he's self-Atarying. If he cuts here, I capture. That Atari, I would connect. This would be self-Atari. He'd have to play something like this, and then I play this move. So yeah, like I said, this might end up living because I can't do that without self-Atari. That might be what ends up happening. That's not anything really, is it? I just capture and I'm done. Actually, if I do this, if he does this, then it just goes to ladder. I'll do this as a safe thing. It also takes a liberty off of that. He can't cut here. He's desperate is what he's doing. I will play this one. Let's see, if I play this one, he plays this one. I then just go out this way, because this doesn't quite work. I'll do that, it's fine. Making the game more complicated, man, just to save your corner. Like I said, I think that is his goal, is to make this self-Atari for me so that he can actually live. I'll just do that, I think. Unless he's just playing stones to get more time, which is possible. If he extends this one up, then I play this move. Because this still keeps him at 2 liberties if he connects. If he connects, he has 2 liberties, which means I'll get an Atari on him. So that now when I do this, it's self-Atari for either one of these moves of his. So I always have an extra liberty here that I can do this. Unless he does this. Oh, I see. I gotcha. What do I want to do? This one, that one, this one. I think I'll do this one. Self-Atari for him to play here. Like I said, he can play here now. So it looks like he got his goal. He can play here. And then I can't play this without self-Atari, which means I gotta come back and capture this thing first. Or actually connect here is probably the better scenario. Yeah, so I'm not... Ooh, that's just Atari, and then he's just dead, right? Yes, Atari, connect. What is he looking to do? If I play here and he plays this, I can do this, and then there's this squeeze going, so if I just do this now, the problems are gone. Except no, there's this problem yet. Well, if I capture this, I'm fine, right? Yeah, I'll just capture this. This isn't done. This isn't gonna do anything. You're frustrating me, sir. Plus, now I can capture this. What are you planning to do with that? I just capture this and I'm done, right? Yeah, I'll just, yep, here. See, it's done. This can't live. The cut doesn't work. This is no eye shape. So I ended up killing this corner. I think he could have lived there, actually. Because, as I said before, if he would have played here, that means that I cannot do that one Atari, and then I have to play a move inside or something. And there was almost this squeeze that he set up, so there could have been something there for him. This type of stone is not what to do. What are you doing? I don't even know. You capture that, that's fine. I'm just gonna play here. It doesn't matter if you capture that, it's just gonna die. If you cut that, or if you capture that, that's great. Fine, do it. You're cutting me. Well, now this is a snapback. So that didn't work. This almost feels like I'm playing like a 20-digit Q. Or 20 Q. 20-digit Q. You can never take this liberty. This one just leads to that. I'm just gonna play this, I think. I'll just play this. There. Problem solved. You can't capture this because it's just a snapback. This is now an Atari connected to eyes in the corner. This is alive on its own. This also has enough eye shape to live on its own. You can't cut here. This can't live. Can we stop playing here, please? So that's taking a liberty off of this, hoping to get some sort of squeeze going on that, I guess. I don't know. This is a point. This is threatening to take a point. Are we to that point, though? That's a potential. If he just blocks, I'm not going to start a co, so that's fine. This is saying, hey, I'm going to take a point there. So you're going to do that. That's fine. Yep. And then there's this Atari co thingy. If you do that, I'll ignore it. I can actually poke in here. Is there a throw-in thing going on here? I don't know. I can poke here though. This is Sentai. Can't turn here because I can then cut, which is Atari. This. Oh, you know what? This was a mistake on my part. I should have done this first and this. Because then this, when I push in here, that would be Atari. So I'll back up the game for that. That's actually really interesting. So when I do this now, he can connect and do that, but so this is too late now. But yeah, so that would have been an interesting little tesuji. It would allow me to get one more stone in here, force him to. Actually, that would force him to capture this, and then I could get these two stones. So I missed an opportunity there, a potential opportunity. I mean, obviously, if I play here, he could just connect up in here, and then I get a point here instead. But so that's unfortunate. So now this is Atari on his stuff. On this giant group here, that's Atari. You want to fight a Cole? Actually, he can't connect there. He can't connect there. This is a pretty big dangerous Cole for you, sir. Okay, yeah. You really want to fight this Ko? Are you sure? This is a very dangerous Ko for you, sir. I have nothing to lose by playing this Ko. You have a lot of Ko threats in here if you want to sacrifice a few of these stones. Worst case scenario, if you need that sort of thing, but all you have to do is capture, and we're done. The code doesn't go anywhere once you capture, and then I get to keep this. He should not be fighting this code, because now he has to find a very big code threat. Like if he captures this, I'm gonna let it go. There we go. I was gonna say this code is not worth fighting for. Although this one's a pretty big threat. If he doesn't respond, then I get an Atari, so this is probably worth it. If he pokes in here, I'm going to lose with that. So this is actually worth 2 points. Because if he pokes in there, he can do this Atari and then get that sort of thing. So that's... Wait a minute. Didn't we already establish that this didn't work? And then connect? Nah, I have to do that. Okay. So that allows me to save this, which is great. I can now do things like this. Him getting that. This is 2 point. So you're blocking that off. There might be some potential. So I'm going to take this one. This takes a liberty off of this. So if you connect there, I'll connect this ko. There's still this Dami point, which I want to try. I'm wondering if during that ko, would it have been more beneficial for me to capture all of these stones and let him capture that. And so he's going to save this. This has an eye here. So this group would still be alive. It just won't get any points. He then would have this. If I do this, I'm just fine, right? You have this cut, but then I can Atari and connect, and I'm fine. So I'll just do this. So long as this doesn't die, I'm fine. Yep. This is my second die now. If you Hani here, it's fine. I can Hani back. If you play this, I Atari. You do this, I just back off. You don't have 2 eyes. If you take this move now, I play this. Well, no, it wouldn't be an eye because, okay, yeah, because of this. But then can you get an eye here? No. You play here, I play this. You play this, I play that. If I play here, you do this. I back off. I'll just do this. Fine. It's not a ko. If you start a ko, I'm just gonna connect. It's not gonna matter. You play this, I play this. If you play this, I play this, and then you play this. Then I Atari. This can't become an eye. That's what I'm doing. Alright, passed. Good. We agree. This is all dead. 51.5, so basically as big as the one I just did yesterday, too. So, anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please like it. If you're new around here, subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or feedback, please leave them below. Thanks again so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.